Shalom, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, 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 Barakatha Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rechaha Kodash, Kal Halal, Wahawadla, Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rechaha Kodash. Double honor to the elder apostles of the Great Millstone GMS who rule well, who teach well, and salutations to the elect. Abba Ratazar, which means Father willing. So Father willing, this lesson is edifying. So yeah, Bible prophecy taking place. All right, World War III update. Okay, all right, and as you can see on your device, inspiration for this lesson is drawn from this article from Sky News, and this was put up today, Tuesday the 6th of January 2026, the year of agents, apostates, and sellouts. Okay, so look at the headline. DJ Trump says he's very serious about taking Greenland, despite warnings it will end NATO. We need it for national security right now, said Donald Trump when asked by Sky's US partner network NBC News about whether he's serious about taking Greenland. All right. Yeah. Donald Trump has doubled down on his territorial ambitions for Greenland, despite warnings that his plans for the Danish territory could destroy NATO. All right. Denmark is one of the 10 horns that we read about in the book of Revelation chapter 17. Okay, it's part of the NATO alliance, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Okay. The US president has been vocal about his desire to take control of the self-governing mineral-rich Arctic island since returning to the White House, despite America and Denmark being NATO allies. All right, and there's a couple of articles I'll, share with you as well. Okay, and again, I'll link those in the description box underneath. All right. Speaking after a US raid captured Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro, he told The Atlantic, "We need it for defense." Okay, Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen has since warned that in the event of a US invasion of the territory, everything stops, including NATO. Okay. All right. And we're basically seeing in the news the animosity being stirred up amongst these European countries, amongst the 10 horns, if you will. All right. The detestation is being stirred up and directed towards Babylon the Great America. Okay. Sir Keir Starmer has sided with his Danish counterpart, but Mr. Trump has refused to back down, insisting he needs the island right now. Okay. Sir Keir Starmer being the Prime Minister of so-called Great Britain. Alright. We need it for national security. Speaking to Sky's US partner network NBC News on Monday evening, the US President said we need Greenland for national security, and that includes Europe. Yeah. This guy's a madman. You know, I'm very loyal to Europe. We need it for national security right now. I think that Greenland is very important for the national security of the United States, Europe, and other parts of the free world. He also said he had, open quote, no timeline, end quote, for taking action, but maintained he is, open quote, very serious, end quote, in his intent. Okay. Hey man, the Most High Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai is bringing about great division and breaking up Esau Edom's kingdom. E divided against E. That's Yappa. All right. You see? So let's get our first scripture. All right. It's the book of Matthew chapter 12, verse 25 to 6 in the NLT, New Living Translation. And it reads, Yahushua knew their thoughts and replied, any kingdom divided by civil war is doomed. A town or family splintered by feuding will fall apart. And if Satan is casting out Satan, he is divided and fighting against himself. His own kingdom will not survive. All right? Okay, so we're witnessing Bible prophecy manifesting in real time. We are the final generation. Okay, exciting times, man. Okay. E is the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Shaitan here on earth, carrying out, all this wickedness. Okay. Yeah. The Lord is bringing this man's kingdom to a screeching halt. Okay. All right. China wants Taiwan as well. Okay. Yeah. Let's go back to the article. All right. All these blasted adverts. Okay. US has no right to Greenland, says Danish Prime Minister. In her statement on Sunday, Miss Frederiksen said it makes absolutely no sense to talk about the US needing to take over Greenland. The US has no right to annex any of the 3 countries in the Danish kingdom. She said, I would therefore strongly urge the US to stop the threats against a historically close ally and against another country and another people who have very clearly said that they are not for sale. Responding, Sir Keir told Sky News, I stand with her. She's right about the future of Greenland. He said Denmark is a close European ally, a close NATO ally, and the future therefore has to be for Greenland, for the Kingdom of Denmark, and only for Greenland and the Kingdom of Denmark. Sir Keir is set to meet fellow international leaders on Tuesday for the first time since the Venezuela raid. France's President Emmanuel Macron is hosting a summit of Ukraine's coalition of the willing allies in Paris. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, things are hotting up. Okay. And we're excited again to see this. Okay. It's a faith booster for us, man. All right. Okay. Revelation chapter 17 verse 16. And it reads, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast. Okay. NATO alongside the European Union is the beast. Okay. It's the revival of the ancient pagan Roman Empire. Okay. These shall hate the whore. The whore is America. All right. And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. All right. Okay, so there you have it. All right. So we're currently in the midst of World War III, and it will escalate into a full-blown nuclear war. Okay. And America will be turned into a great lake of fire, complements of the intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay. Coming from Russia, China, North Korea, Persia, which is Iran, and America's own allies, in Europe, turning on them. All right. Okay. And the Spirit of the Lord will be in those missiles too. Okay. Yeah. All right. So yeah. The whole is America spearheading that whole hegemony. Okay. NATO being the military end of, of that alliance, and the EU being the economic, political division of that hegemony. All right. You see. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, the kingdom of E is becoming more and more divided. And that's fantastic. You see? Yeah. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 9, in the REB, Revised English Bible, and it reads, now Esau is the end of this age, and Jacob is the beginning of the age that follows. Esau being the Caucasian man, Jacob being you Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you Israelite foreigner speckled bird, scattered the world over. Okay. Descending back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob through your father's lineage. Okay. Making up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. All right. E is currently in the rulership seat, ruling in wickedness, while Jacob, the Israelites, marks the start of the next. All right. Next to rule. All right. With Yahushua as the king. All right. Under him, King David. Okay. All right. So a transition from one world to another. Okay. With ours lasting forever in righteousness. Okay. All right. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to chat, and I'm going to ask chat the relationship between Greenland and Denmark. Greenland and Denmark have a long-standing constitutional relationship that combines self-rule for Greenland with continued ties to the Kingdom of Denmark. Historical background: Greenland was a Danish colony from 1721. In 1953, it ceased to be a colony and became an integral part of the Kingdom of Denmark, with Greenlanders gaining Danish citizenship, right, had home rule and self-government. Home Rule 1979, Greenland gained control over many domestic affairs such as education, health, and fisheries. Okay. Self-Government Act 2009. This significantly expanded Greenland's autonomy. So Greenland is officially recognized as a people with the right to self-determination under international law. The Greenlandic language, Kalaallisut, became the official language. Greenland controls most internal matters, including natural resources, the environment, policing, and courts, partially. Alright. Let's jump down a bit. What Denmark still controls. Alright. It retains authority over foreign affairs, defense and security, monetary policy, and citizenship. And they also represent Greenland in many international organizations, though Greenland may participate directly in some regional and Arctic forums. Alright, you can search this up as well. Economic relationship. Denmark provides an annual block grant of about 3.9 billion Danish kroner, roughly 560 million US dollars. This accounts for a large share of Greenland's public budget. Greenland's economy relies heavily on fishing, with growing interest in mining and rare earth resources as a path toward economic independence. Okay. Yeah. Alright. But Trump, man, he's just going all out. He doesn't care at all. He's the king of Babylon. Right? He's just doing whatever he pleases. He's that cruel lord. Okay. But yeah, man, this is geopolitics. Okay. Which is basically how geography, such as location, resources, and climate influences a nation's politics and foreign policy. Right? As well as like power dynamics in international relations, and how countries compete for control over, physical spaces and strategic areas as well to achieve their, political goals. Okay. And hey, where's Vocab Malone? Right? Where is Vocab Malone at with all these things going on? Okay. He doesn't know how to filter things like this in the scriptures, does he? Okay. Denmark says NATO will end if Donald Trump attacks Greenland, yeah? Alright. Okay. Check this from Novinite, mnovinite.com. Put up on the 3rd of January this year. Bulgaria embraces the euro with nearly 1 million card and ATM transactions in just 48 hours. Bulgarians marked the first 2 days of the country's entry into the Eurozone with intensive use of card payments and cash machines, according to data from Borica Ad, the company operating the national card and payment infrastructure. So between the 1st and 2nd of January this year, more than 93,000 transactions were processed through POS terminals and ATMs with a total value of close to 42 million euros, equivalent to around 82 million. Not sure what that is. The figure points to a clear trend. Non-cash payments dominate in terms of transaction numbers, while ATM operations account for the larger share of value. See, so yeah, you see what I'm saying? Card payments become more common. Okay, slowly, but surely cash is, going on the decline. That's what they're looking to phase out. Alright. Oh, from biometric.com, update.com, Brunei officially launches National Digital ID app. I remember doing a lesson on this, but now they've officially launched the Digital ID app. After a soft launch in November, Brunei has officially introduced its National Digital Identity app called Brunei ID. Yeah, so it's official now. They've done it. The app was made available for download at the Apple Store and Google Play Store last Saturday. So residents of the Southeast Asian country will be able to use it for digital identity verification based on their identity card when accessing e-government services through a single login supported by biometric authentication. Okay, so hey, expect more countries to follow suit and may launch their own version. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the book of St. John, chapter 16, verse 20. So Revelation 17 and 16 is what the Apostle John, saw in his vision. So, let's go here. Red letter, so you know who's speaking, Yahushai. Verily, verily, that means truly, truly, I say unto you, that ye shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice, and ye shall be sorrowful, but your sorrow shall be turned into joy. Yeah. Okay. We rejoice when we see what's going on in as it pertains to Bible prophecy. Okay. All right. Okay, we're also waiting for that RFID microchip to be mandated, all right, before World War III escalates into a nuclear war. Okay. Again, this serves as a faith booster, man. All right, what's going on? And he's losing his power. Okay. All right. So yeah. All right. Oh, and NATO was actually formed as a coalition of European nations after World War II. Okay. And yeah, we sound like a broken record, man, always going into Bible prophecy. So what? It's biblical prophecy. All right? You can't trump it. You see? What are you going to do? Go back to Christianity. That's a joke. There's so many denominations. It's just confusion. All right? But yeah, man, Trump is a madman. Trump is playing right into prophecy. He's that cruel lord, man. But he doesn't know it. Okay, we'll see what will come of this. All right? Okay. Yeah. See, these European nations are looking out for their own interests and will turn against the USA. Okay, and it looks as though Trump will be the one to push the MOTB as well. All right. Denmark is a Scandinavian country. All right, as well. Oh, and yeah. Check this out. More draconian laws. The UK plans to mandate digital ID for newborns. Parents refuse will face jail and child seizure. Yeah. Draconian laws, man. Unrighteous decrees. Look at this. Trump reportedly warns that Mexico, Cuba, and Colombia could be targeted next. Yeah. He's going after them. All right. Cuba says 32 Cuban security officers were unalived in US attack on Venezuela. Look at this 92-year-old Orthodox little hat judge assigned to conduct Maduro trial. Wow. Oh yeah, US national debt reaches new all-time high of 38.5 trillion in debt. All right, America's done, man. It's over. There's no healing Babylon the Great. 35,000 homes without power in Berlin after left-wing activist attack. And there'll be updates on that too. Donald Trump renews Greenland push after Maduro raid, yeah. Yeah. Screenshot of that. Alright. Look at this clown. White pastor says he doesn't believe black people can be saved. False prophets. Alright. But yeah, things are happening, man. Alright. See what will come of it. Again, I'll link the article in the description box beneath, man. Alright. So with that, I'm going to say Kal Halal Yahal Bashim Yashai Bashim Rakak with Dash. And Shalom.